Hello, YouTube world. Today is April the 9th. This is a beautiful Saturday. I want to say hello to my family, my friends, colleagues, my subscribers, and welcome to the latest subscribers that came aboard in the past week or 2 weeks, and all my viewers. Welcome back to Rebirth. Today I'm driving, I'm headed to the east coast of Florida, visit a friend. But I work, as those of you that know, I work in the mental health field. And the population that I work with are people that suffers from severe homelessness. When you walk into that arena, you will look at not only people that are homeless, but you will also see people dealing from multiple distinctions of mental health illnesses. It's not a pretty sight. And this is not about just talking about that group of people, but this is to raise the awareness that something more should be done on a governmental level. Now, I am not saying that things aren't being done, because there are things that are at play, and we are all that work in this field, this unique field. We are all doing our part. But I just want to raise the awareness of it. I want to point out some things, and I want people to understand that we can talk about what we go through from day to day. We can talk about, oh, how bad I got it, and I wish that this, I wish that that. But I say to you, be thankful that you're not out on the streets, sleeping behind buildings, sleeping on the grass, sleeping in wooded area in a tent where you cannot get to those personal item needs that all humans need. Be thankful. If you're not going through that, be thankful. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, and I can name other battles that a group of people are going through, that they wrestle with every day. Now, when we talk about homelessness, I want to look at America in general. I look at how we as America reaches out to other countries. We have programs to help other countries with their food shortages and the suffering that goes on in third world countries. But as a person on the front line, that deals with homelessness, mental illness, and not only that, even the physical aspect of diseases and illnesses that they are going through, getting them to hospitals, getting them to doctors, setting up appointments, and just helping them through their day-to-day needs when a lot of them do not have the cognitive ability to sit down and just think out a plan for themselves. It's people that do what I do in the mental health field, and some in the nursing fields that goes out in the community and work sometimes. There are doctors that goes out in the communities and work sometimes. I take my hat off to them because I do it as well. It is not easy, and sometimes you are met with resistance. Approximately 17 people per 10,000 experience homelessness every day. Every day, 17 people experience homelessness, and that's 17 out of 10,000 people experience some type of homelessness every day. When some of us is watching the game on our big screen TV, that's not a bad thing. Some of us may have a job that we're working, but a home to go back to as well. Some of us in the backyard barbecuing, going out to some event, enjoying our free time. Here I am driving along. And for those of you that do care, thank you. I am watching the road. That's the reason why I cannot face the camera. And I have both hands on the wheel, if that means anything to anyone. Thank you. The number of homeless people in the U.S. is estimated to about 552,830 people. That's a rough estimate. That's based on a census, basically, that has been taken. And those people that were willing to be part of that, because there's a lot of times you meet resistance. There are people that we will meet in various areas, especially the wooded areas. You go out into the woods to talk to them, they do not want to talk. They don't believe that anybody care about them. They do not believe that America is America. And I'm talking about white and black people that are homeless and living in the woods. Some live at shelters. Some use the shelters to come and clean themselves up, and then they'll leave and go back to the woods. Some would use the shelters to report there at certain times just to get something to eat. And that if they're living close enough to the shelter to walk there. There are different programs out there that we utilize, different agencies that we work with to help people that are homeless. I'm mentioning this and I'm talking about this, people, because I think at some time, at some point, we all forget. When we see our own issues, our own problems, we do forget that there are people suffering worse. A lot of times, people do not understand how vital statistics are important when it comes down to talking about these subjects, these very difficult, sensitive subjects. There are churches out there that have extended a hand to the homeless. God bless you all. Because that's what the church is for, not to be closed every day except Sunday. And this is not me making a shade, throwing a shade or jabbing at anybody. This is just a point. You have to be strong enough to be able to support and help those people that are in need. Go into the highways and into the hedges and compel my children unto me, saith the Lord. I mean, what are we doing? The average life expectancy of a person is just 50 years. Now, those numbers fluctuate. They go up and down here and there. I think the numbers has really went up. Life expectancy is up to around 70 years, maybe 65 years, but it varies. But 39.8% of homeless persons are African Americans. I repeat, 39.8% of homeless persons are African Americans. These are just numbers now. But trust me, these are vital statistics. The numbers can be off just a little bit here or there, but it's close. 61% of homeless persons are men and boys. 61%. Now, I've seen this even in the areas in which I work. There are more men out there homeless than women. And I was having a conversation one day with someone, and I made that statement that there are more homeless men than there are homeless women. And she couldn't believe it. So I pulled up to show statistical numbers, and she was surprised. There are more aid, there are more assistance for women. Women, whether they're single or women with children, there are more assistance out there for them than there are for assistance for men and young men or even young boys. Now think of it this way. You're a man, you're out there, you're trying. Doors get closed in all of our faces. But not all of us suffer from depression. Not all of us suffer from anxiety. Not all of us suffer from some type of, whether it's paranoia, schizophrenia, or any other type of schizophrenic behaviors or mood swings. Now think about it. When you're out there for so long, your mind will switch into survival mode. That's a natural human response, everybody. The tougher things get, your mind either going to eventually break or it's going to switch into a survival mode type way of thinking. And even if it means you will try to con people out of this or that, you allotted people to get food, you allotted people to get money, you'll use anything that you can use. And that's why you have women that are homeless. They will sell their bodies. They would do whatever they have to do in order to make it. Like it or not, people, that's the truth. That's the reality that we live in. And I wish that we would focus on it more. We would talk about it more. Mental illness is a serious disease that is running rampant in America today. And I see more and more young people suffering from some type of mental illness. These mental health disorders are prevalent all around us. What are we planning to do? What programs can we support and help facilitate in order to help the people that are struggling out here? Statistics goes on and says that 20% of homeless persons are kids. Kids, my people. Kids. Children. This includes the children that you will have a mother that has lost her home because she lost a job, or she went through a divorce and the man kicked her out, or what have you. For whatever reason, that's beyond the point now. The point is she's out there and she's dragging 3 kids with her, 2 kids with her, 1 child with her. And we sit back, we see these things. Some people can do something about it. Some people does something about it. Some people won't do anything about it. But if you just say, hey, I can't do anything about it, support those who can. Support the people or the organization who is doing something about it. 42% of street children identify as LGBT people. They are part of the LGBT community. 42% of those on the streets. Now, honestly, I feel this way about it. Whether they LGBT or any other acronym, they are human beings. And it does not matter to me. We must help them all. No one should be left behind. No one. And it talks about New York, and it says New York City has 1/5 of all U.S. sheltered homeless. That's a pretty big number. Pretty big percentage. And it states permanent housing interventions have grown by 450% within 5 years. Now, I'm giving you these statistics through homelessness statistics from policy advice.net. And this is where I'm getting these numbers at right now, because I just wanted some numbers to really put out there, and I wanted something that I can easily just throw out there to you guys. I need you to understand that this is serious. You can do your own research. You can go to the governmental sites, pull up some statistics. It will share you some similar numbers. But at the end of the day, people, we need to really think about what's going on in our society. We really do. Churches that are fighting the good fight, God bless you all. Thank you. There are worse things out here going on, people. 2.4% of homeless people die every year. 2.4. What else can I say? About 13,000 out of a 500,000. That's what that number looks like. 13,000 out of a 500,000. And these people die every year. This sounds almost like genocide. But everybody else, you can chalk it up how you want to chalk it up. I'm just saying. Why do we have so much money that we can give to other countries, but we cannot build adequate shelters, provide adequate jobs, train people to be skilled enough to work among the people, to care for those people that are suffering mentally and physically and have nowhere to live? Somebody help me with that one. A lot of homeless people don't live to see 45 years of age. And I'm talking about people that were naturally healthy, fit, but went homeless probably around in their 40s and didn't make it to 50 years of age. Some of them went homeless in their 30s and never found their way off the streets, out of the woods. This disparity that we're looking at, that we're facing every day, we have the resources to do something about it. And I don't understand for the life of me how we can sit back, watch this happen to someone, and not do anything. I say this to people who has a loved one that's out there homeless and suffering from some type of mental health illness. Find help for that person. Do not let that person linger out there. Do not allow that person to be lost in the numbers of homeless people. We all have somebody that we know that is homeless. You don't have to do anything that you're not qualified to do. You don't have to do anything that you are afraid to do. But you can go to someone who can do something, who is qualified, who does have the resources. You can do it. .89% of homeless persons are 24 years old. These people need to be in school, in some type of trade school, university. I don't care if it's an assembly line, they need to be working somewhere. Factory, warehouse. These 24-year-olds need to be working somewhere. How do we have all these resources that we can send other countries, but we don't have jobs for our 24-year-olds, our 25, 26, 27, people under 30? Why are our people working? Churches, open your doors to people with more knowledge and allow them to come in and teach your people something other than memorizing a Bible verse. Don't misunderstand me, I'm all for God. But we need more workshops, branching out of the church, coming out of the church. The church has something to do with it. The church is affiliated with the growth of the people, knowledge. That's all I'm saying. Why can't we do that? We're talking about 9 out of 10 people that are on the streets, ranging from the age of 23 to 30 years of age. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Based on this research, 9 out of 10. Let that sink in. Young people that has minds to do wonders in this world. 9 out of 10. .6% of homeless people are from the age 50 to 62. 50 to 62. What reason do we have for people at that age and the people, the young people, out on the streets trying to find their way, trying to do things, and no one is supporting them? Tell me about it. Help me out. Message me through my YouTube channel. Make a comment. Talk about it. Let's start a discussion, and I will continue to bring it up in other videos to come. 70%, over 70% of homeless persons are young adults below the age of 50. More likely, listen to this, as terrifying as it may sound, homelessness is more likely to affect people around the age of 24 to 50. 20% of homeless individuals are in fact kids. It's in there. And I'm going to wrap this up like this. Veterans, people who have went to war for us, people have stood on the front lines, have fought battles for us to have freedoms, should not. Why are they homeless? Should not be homeless. Why are they homeless? Should not be homeless. Should not be on the street. Even if they have mental health conditions, they should be in an institution where they're being cared for around the clock. Because they went out there, suited up, booted up, and went to war for us while we sat here enjoying the comfortable ways of life. And they're all fighting, serving this country. I'm going to close with this. In spite of everything that's going on in America right now, in spite of everything that's going over in the Ukraine, going on over there, in spite of everything that has happened, even in the entertainment world, let me tell y'all something right now. Take care of home. Men, focus on your wife and children when those that have it. Women, focus on your husband and children, those of you that have it. Women and men that are married that do not have kids, focus on each other. Promote self-care to each other. Husband, remind your wife, hey baby, take care of yourself. Look beautiful. Stay young. Care for you. Lift you up. I encourage you. I love you. Women, do the same thing to your man. Speak to him about self-care, self-love, self-awareness, self-control, self-discipline. Start taking care of home. This is Robbie Williams, founder of Rebirth. I love you all. I miss you all. I'm glad that I'm back doing this again. I've been busy. And I'll tell you more about that in another video. But like, subscribe, listen to my video, share my videos. I'm only going to speak the truth and facts. Only things that I'm going to speak is what I can prove. I don't do drama on my channel. So, hey, listen. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. And I said it before. My name is Robbie Williams, founder of Rebirth. And I'm out of here. God bless.